Hey guys, it's Liz. Today me and Theo are going to show you how to transform this bedside table that my husband made in high school with some awesome Annie Sloan chalk paint. First you're going to need to clean it up a little bit. This has been lying around our spare room for a wee while. I just use an old rag. Make sure that you put away the hardware somewhere safe after you've removed it. I am shocking for just leaving bits lying around willy-nilly. Give everything a good dust, get on in there, every little crevice. Give the paint a bit of a shake and then, try and open it with your fingernails. Decide that's a bad idea. Try and open it with a hair clip. Decide that's also a bad idea. And then finally go grab some scissors. I mean, even Theo's like, what are you doing, woman? Just get the scissors, just do it properly. And, oh, come on, hurry up, Liz. I love this color. I love this color so much. I forget how vibrant and amazing it is. Amazing. Now to apply this, you can use any paintbrush. You can get Annie Sloan ones. They are like $65 here. So I just go to the hardware store and get me a $5 chippy. And all you really have to do now is just to slap it on. Oh, I love this part. It is so easy. If you want a really nice smooth finish, just make sure you follow the same direction every section that you're painting. If you want a textured finish, just cross hatch it on, so do it in a crisscross pattern. Just get it on any way you want to. That sounded rather dodgy, eh? Just get it on any way you want to. But it's true. It's true. This paint is just anyone can use this paint. It is amazing. See, I love it. I love it. Even put a little love heart there for you. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how I'm not sure what I'm up to with my hand, but okay. I'm just going to show you what it looks like when I'm painting in normal motion, not sped up, because I like to speed all these videos up because I want to see everything that's happening, but I don't need to see it in real time, but some people do. So here it is, me painting in real time. Yay! Oh, that's right. So this drawer, I need to get the handle off, and I couldn't get the handle off, so I was like, bugger it, I'm just going to paint it. And then Michael got home and he told me he just glued the handle on anyway. Oh yeah, that's right. So paintbrush was a bit fluffy, so instead of just picking the fluff off with my fingers like I am there, I wiped it on the towel and got more fluff on it. But texture. Oh hey Theo, what's up? You good? Once you've finished your first coat of paint, just leave it to dry. Now all I have done here is I've popped the paintbrush in a plastic bag because it stops it from drying out, so you don't need to clean up in between coats. See, very exciting. Theo's excited, you should be excited. It's a freaking amazing tip, trust me. Now just pop your second coat of paint on. The amazing thing with this paint is you don't need you don't need to sand it, you don't need to prime it, you literally just clean up whatever you're painting and slap it on. I love it. It's so worth the ridiculous price. Then leave this coat to dry. Now we are going to sand it. I prefer to sand before waxing. All I have here is some sandpaper from the last project I did. I think it is about 120 grit sandpaper or 80 grit sandpaper. It's not a very chunky sandpaper. You just want to scruff it up a little bit. Now the only real advice I have for your sanding technique is sand the areas the most that would get knocked and dented in real life. Anything that is protruding, give that a good sand, and make sure you follow the grain of the wood. That is very important. If you don't follow the grain of the wood, you are just going to look like you scratched up a piece of furniture. And yes, it is very scary the first time you do this onto your amazingly painted object and you're like, what the hell am I doing? But then you really get into it. So just go hard. Just go hard. You'll find your groove. Now this is what I mean by following the grain of the wood. You can just go back and forth across the top. I really should have put the sandpaper on a smaller block because it's kind of ridiculous for this project. But I really like the effect it gave it also because it kind of didn't sand that middle bit very much, so it just sort of gave it a lot of wear on each side. And here I am following the grain of the wood on the side of the project. It's so much easier without those little side bits getting in the way. Don't forget to do the drawers and all the shelves. Just like really get in there. Like honestly, the first project I did of this, I was petrified. I was like, oh my god, I'm scratching it up, I'm not going to do it right. But really, there isn't really very many rules to this. As long as you follow the few simple ones that I've given you, you can create some pretty awesome projects. Now here it is without the wax. Now that is just completely raw. It's just paint and it's been sanded. Yep, Liz, that is pretty awesome. Now I love the dark wax. I think it just looks amazing on the red. I like the aged look it gives it. I am just obsessed. I'm just using a rice spoon to pull the wax out of the pot. Then I just use an old cloth that I have lying around. Now you want to put this stuff on thick. You want it to look like Marmite and you want to rub it in so it is in every single little nook and cranny and crevice that there was ever created on that project. And get it on everywhere. Do not be stingy. What I'm doing here is I'm just trying to make sure it's really penetrating into any of those little gaps and crevices in there. Oh, crevice is such an awful word, but it's like the appropriate word. You can see the little dots there. That's where the wax is just filled in the gaps super nicely. Just follow the same directions all over the project. And then buff it in. Also with this, you want to follow the grain of the wood as well, because if you rub the wax in circles, you're going to be left with circles. So just make sure you follow the grain of the wood. That's really, really important. That is like the fundamental thing with this paint. You follow the grain of the wood for the wax and the sanding, and you will be sweet. I'm just replacing the hardware that I took out there and just popping the shelf back in. Yep, get rid of that gross waxy cloth and get a nice fresh new one. Now you can either put another coat of clear wax over this if you want to. I didn't bother. I'm just buffing in all the dark wax. Oh, it looks so pretty. Look at that. Ah, I love it. You can see how much the dark wax takes away like the real vibrancy of the paint, but it still looks amazing. And here's my finished project. Ah, so cute. If you like this video, guys, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It would totally mean the world to me. I'll see you next time. Bye.